TGN League of Legends Community Tournament number 3, powered by XSplit Broadcaster. Live streaming this sucker right now using XSplit Broadcaster. Link below on the stream and link below within YouTube if you're watching this VOD to get XSplit Broadcaster for free or for a discount. Do it. My name is Awall, and we've got a fantastic matchup today. We've got LegenDairy versus defending tournament champions Reboot Gaming. Yep. My name is Awall, and joining me on this cast is Cromar. 2 questions, Cromar. How you doing? And will you tell me about this matchup? There we go. It's in the form of a question this time.
Will you tell me about this matchup? I accept your proposal to talk about this matchup, and I shall do so right now. Reboot Gaming is our returning champions. Like you said, they've got a sub in the form of Iranium playing AP mid. We have seen him play Karthus on a separate video on the League of Legends channel, but he has not played it in the tournament yet. So we'll see if they've managed to practice enough to get the kind of team cohesion you need when you have a sub. But anyway, the matchups they have, neither of these teams has a hard initiator. We're talking about Blitzcrank and Corky bot, Nocturne in the jungle, Riven top, and Twisted Fate mid. That appears to be the... I mean, they could shake it up a little bit, but that's pretty much solid what they're going to go with. Then on... Reboot Gaming, we've got Graves and we've got Taric bot. Taric, one of your favorite supports there, along with Blitzcrank. Some of your favorite Awall, some of all your favorite champions in this game for sure. I think they're just missing a Malphite. That's all they need.
I'm loving it. Yeah, Malphite top, and I would just say, well, this is the last game I want to watch this time around. But
yeah. Then we have Camera playing Nidalee top, he's so dominant, man. Riven's in for a tough time, let me tell you.
Oh yes.
And then we've got Ahri mid as the sub, as I mentioned, and then the unusual pick of Olaf jungle for Patootie. Patootie's the all-time jungler. He's an incredible player. And as Awall said, he does play Olaf, so he knows how to play Olaf. Olaf could be very strong for him, and he's essentially their only real initiator. He's gone with Ghost, so he could do a Ghost initiate, Ghost ult run in, and go straight for Twisted Fate. I don't think I'll go for Corky because Corky is too good at evading, but with Olaf's ult, Twisted Fate's defenseless. He can't escape. All he has is Flash. So I think that that's going to leave... Basically, I think that's the only chance for initiation that's going to happen between either team. I don't think Twisted Fate's initiator is going to work out. Oh, we actually have an encounter in the jungle down here with Olaf.
Oh no, Olaf getting caught in a bad position. I think Olaf's going to be able to escape here. Here's Ahri with the save. Are they going to be able to turn this thing around? And the Ignite goes off on Olaf. He is 1 or 2 ticks away from death. He does escape.
Ooh, barely.
Nice save there by Ahri.
Just barely. Olaf's in a tough position now. It's going to kind of screw up his jungle a little bit, but keep in mind that Olaf does have the passive bonus to his attack speed. It's one of kind of the hallmarks of the character, one of the signatures. So if we just watch him in the jungle, just wasting these wraiths, he also has a life steal from his W. Look at his attack speed.
It's like nothing happened there. It's like, I didn't go in there with low health. He just came out the other end with the same exact amount of health.
He healed off a little bit, actually.
Right, exactly.
He healed off a little bit, actually. So it's not quite the same kind of deficit that you'd expect a jungler to have after that kind of damage. Like if I was playing a Mumu or something, I'd be, oh my god, are you kidding me? You know,
right.
I would be completely screwed. But Olaf is kind of immune to those CJs in that sense. He's actually not a champion you want to CJ, and he's also immune to that kind of those kind of mistakes, getting low on health.
Heavy pressure here from Riven in the top lane.
Yeah.
And I'd like to bring up a point that we talked about on the character selection screen here about just overall these team comps overall. I was talking about
Nocturne and Olaf. Oh no, we may have a first blood. Oh, the fear goes off. Oh, he actually got him. I think the goal.
Oh, I missed it. I gotta roll that back by 15 seconds here and see what happened. Tell me about. Give me the replay here.
I will join you on the 15-second. Basically, Olaf was a little too low on health, and he got CJ'd. Weren't we just talking about how Olaf is not that good of a champion to CJ? And it looks like the Golem got the last hit from Nocturne. That was actually pretty interesting. Now, Nocturne has a huge opportunity here, but he's going to go back to farming. I think that he has a huge opportunity to go for a kill on Nidalee and really help put Reboot behind in the beginning. That was quite a big deal for Patootie to give up the first blood. He stayed too low health for too long, and it really bit him in the ass, and he got CJ'd by Nocturne. Normally, you know, Olaf's not a champion you want to CJ, but he caught him with no health. There's nothing you can do about it. So it was just a good move. It's just kind of a little bit lucky, too. I mean, there's a lot of luck involved. Which time are you up to, Awall?
I'm up to live right now, and the point I was wanting to make a minute ago about comp here, Team LegenDairy, they have an unbelievable amount of mobility and the ability to just get picks in the woods. Between Blitzcrank, Corki, Nocturne, Twisted Fate, and Riven, they have unlimited amounts of movement and
yes,
just
they do.
able to control this map. So if they're able to effectively ward the way that they should, they can dominate Reboot in the jungle. However, Reboot's comp is oh wow, look at that Corki barely surviving there. That pot will barely save him. He's 1 or 2 ticks from death. Meanwhile, this Tarek and Graves still full health down there, able to press their luck. But Reboot this game is all about the chase down, especially with that Olaf leading the charge there with his Ghost. With that Ari following it up, and of course, with Nidalee following that up, Tarek, Dazzle, this team is made to run down to the woods and just pick off kill after kill after kill. So we're going to see, I think it's all going to boil down to, as I say every time Blitzcrank's in the game, it's going to boil down to Blitzcrank getting grabs. If they can't get the grabs of Blitzcrank, Reboot is going to be able to run them down and steamroll them in the jungle late game.
That's true. That's true. It's pretty nice for them to have this advantage. It's going to help them quite a bit. Nocturne will be able to be a huge game changer in the very beginning with his ganks. He just needs to land one big gank. I mean, the move with Olaf was very fortuitous. He needs to take advantage of that and follow up. He's actually taking his golems right now, and they could put him in a position to gank bottom. I'm really hoping he does. We have both wards for both teams in the tri-bush. Looks like he's not going there. He may be going mid, or he may be just continuing to farm. I want to see a big gank out of him soon because there's a lot of opportunity, and it's going to pass him by because currently, despite the first blood, Reboot is a tiny bit ahead on gold. They're actually less than 100 ahead. They may actually now they're slightly behind. It's just they're so even. It keeps swapping back and forth, and that's because farm-wise they're taking a slight lead in terms of Graves versus Corki, and this is where Pneumatic's pro AD play is going to come in for Reboot. We know how good Pneumatic is. We know how good his last hitting is, and his farm is just killer. It's real tournament level. It's straight pro. I mean, big teams are envious of Pneumatic's farm. Honestly, his farm is amazing, and that's really going to be that's going to hinge it. I mean, they call it a carry for a reason, Awall. It's not just a holdover from Dota. I mean, you really do carry the game with those champions, and farm is absolutely everything. We have a big gank down bottom.
A pull here from Blitzcrank was effective. The Ignite on Tarek, I think, is going to finish the job.
Wow.
Effective gank here. Look at this. Looky here, Cromar. We've got LegenDairy showing that they got what it takes to go up against the reigning champions of this tournament. They got their early game gold advantage, but let's note, Cromar, we've seen it before when we casted Reboot. They've gone behind early game before in games we've casted, but then once you get to mid and late game, that superior farming ability, just that last hitting, just the fundamentals that they have on lockdown can make the difference going into late game.
Yeah, I really agree. The farming, like you said, on Graves, like I was talking about earlier, Pneumatic's farm being so good is going to be a huge player. The thing is, I mean, Graves gets fed. He picks up a Last Whisper, picks up all his damage items, a couple BF sword items, and the damage he puts out is absolutely obscene. Put it in the hands of a player like a very careful, very cautious player like Pneumatic, who knows positioning very, very well, and very rarely makes mistakes. Put all that together, and you have a champion who late game is going to absolutely determine every team fight. He's going to walk into every team fight and kill 3 people, basically. I mean, they're going to have a tough time. They don't have tanky enough champions. Riven, very tanky, right? But she's probably going to build armor, typically. She's probably going to build a little bit of armor. Graves is going to tear through it with Last Whisper. Nocturne, Graves is just going to absolutely eat his face. He's going to devour him for like breakfast, right? Corki, if Corki is in the fight at all, Graves will murder him. But Corki's positioning may be able to save him up top. Nidalee picking up a kill. Lots of trading back and forth between Riven and Nidalee. But TF's actually coming up to try to pick off Nidalee and make it a trade in their favor. It does not happen, though. Nidalee escapes. Nidalee is impossible to catch. That was a lot of trading, though.
Yes,
eventually leading in Nidalee slowly whittling down Riven. If TF had got in just a little bit earlier, he could have picked up that kill very easily because Nidalee was overcommitting a little bit. Kind of almost, I wouldn't call it recklessly, but she was overcommitting just a little bit. In terms of vision, I was just noticing this, that Reboot does not have a ward in the river. So there was a great chance there for TF, even without his ult, to actually make that a kill on Nidalee.
I think he was chilling in the bushes, actually, in order to come in to secure that kill. So we need to see better warding here from Reboot to make sure they don't get ganked. And one thing to note here in the bottom lane, I'm really, this Graves and this Taunt combo, they're doing pretty damn well. They're doing okay. This combination right here, I'm going to argue that this is the most rock solid support AD combo in League of Legends right now.
You think so? You think
really do. I really think this is, yes.
Personally, I put Soraka with Graves because I think the infuse makes a difference. I understand though that Shatter is a really good combo with him, and of course he's also a healer, so that's obvious. But and then you throw in the Dazzle, but sometimes I'd rather have infuse than Dazzle. I'm not sure. It depends on who you're up against, really. Infuse
I'm liking Tark
so
more once you move into late game, my friend. That's where it comes into play. I think early game Soraka's infuse does make a huge difference, but once you get into late game, those chase down situations, plus with that Dazzle plus that ultimate is just beefing up your AD and the rest of your team in such a way. Oh no, huge dive here in the top lane, and it looks like Riven is able to survive here as both Patootie and Camera unable to pick up that kill up top.
Yeah, they really needed to because they're still down a little bit on 1 kill, but they're slightly ahead on gold. In terms of experience and levels, they've got something to worry about here because Ahri is level 9, right? And Ahri is ahead of Twisted Fate, and that's pretty huge. I mean, Reboot, Ahri, I mean, Iranium is their sub, granted, but he's an elite player who is totally on their level. So with that advantage with Ahri, who is not a character you wanted to get to snowball, she's going to be able to gank basically anywhere.
Oh, that was close. Sorry.
Yeah, Riven's being shut down a bit. Yeah, I had it on there. I did expect her to escape though. But
it's impossible to tell, right, between a freaking Nidalee and a Riven. It's impossible to tell whether they're going to escape at the last minute with one of their 1 million escape mechanisms.
Yeah, so they're constantly hopping around all over the place. It's not like one big blink on a cooldown like Corki. It's like I have like 7 jumps. I just jump every 2 seconds. You know, I jump every 2 seconds. But I was fairly confident that she was going to escape. Excuse me. But we're seeing domination from Camera on top from a Nidalee. I wouldn't call it domination. That's a bit of an exaggeration, but definitely an advantage going to Camera on top. That's going to be really bad for LegenDairy. Because Riven is, we saw in the previous game with Electric when their Riven was fed, and even in a bad pull, remember that bad pull we saw before where they got a pick on Lee Sin, and the losing team there actually...
Clutch flash there from Nocturne to try to escape out of that situation. Oh no, but Twisted Fate gets taken out by Graves' ultimate. Now Nocturne is running away, is in such a terrible position. Here's that rundown in the woods situation I was talking about earlier. Nocturne does live. Minimize your losses right now, LegenDairy, and because of that kill, looks like Reboot's going to pick up the dragon. Will they real steal attempt is the question.
I don't think there will be. I mean, Corki's going for rocket spam to make it kind of fake like it is, but I don't think that they're that reckless. Yeah, there's the easy dragon for red team. What I was saying about Riven's tankiness is in the previous game we saw a really good pull from the losing team, but the Riven, and they went up essentially a 4v5, and they focused Riven, who was so tanky that they gave up 2 deaths and basically evened out the battle before they could kill Riven. So that was a fed Riven. This Riven is going to be behind, and that's going to be a problem because they're not going to have that kind of tankiness. Instead, they're going to have a murderous Nidalee jumping all over the place.
Oh my goodness.
And we, TGN Squadron fans, you know that Hengist, when he plays, he gets Nidalee and gets ahead a bit. He's a complete monster. That's how any good Nidalee player is going to be. They're so mobile.
Or X-Hazard for that matter, right?
Or X-Hazard, we saw in the previous turn. That's a perfect example. X-Hazard defeated Reboot in the qualifiers. I mean, it was his team Hufflepuffs, but let's face it. I mean, X-Hazard was their star player, and he played a Nidalee top lane where he was going like 1v3 in lane, holding him off and stuff like that. What was it, a 5-man red steal? I think he stole red from 5 people at once.
He stole red from, and then he's getting downtown shots on people afterwards, just to grill them and taunt them. I mean, it was fantastic play. Nidalee's like that though. Superior amounts of movement, escape mechanisms, and just the downtown scoop shots makes it so dangerous mid-game. Don't let that Nidalee get fed, my friends.
No, definitely not. Totally agree. Oh, check out the very early oracles from Blitzcrank. No joking there. They got a blitz out at oracles right off the bat. Hopefully that doesn't bite Blitzcrank in the ass, because it means they're going to focus him very early. And he does not have the mana to survive that. I'm referring to his mana shield, of course. He does not have the mana pool to survive a really big focus. I mean, Graves and Tara can burst him down, but mainly it's going to be a gank from the jungle he's got to be really scared of, because he can't do anything. But basically Patootie will go all in on that blitz. He'll pop his ult, the uppercut won't do nothing, and he won't be able to get away from it all because of the slow. So he's basically forced to flash and pray to God that he can escape. That's going to maybe cost them the oracles if they really want to take it from him. That's why oracle's a little scary to get early on. Plus, you know, those early bucks, those early gold are so important. I do say, though, that the idea of getting rid of those wards, that could actually help them. As long as Blitzcrank can stay alive, it'll make Nocturne's job a lot easier. He can sit there in the brush for a long period of time or in other alternate places. He doesn't even have to use his ult. If his ult's on cooldown, and Nocturne's ult has a tremendous cooldown. If his ult's on cooldown, he can still gank just fine, as long as with those oracles gone. They may, or the ward's gone. They may make up for it. He may make his gold back and assist if he can pull off a double kill. I don't know. We'll see.
You see this Nocturne staying completely dormant here behind the bottom lane, waiting for the right situation to come gank, but looks like Olaf's got the same idea. Olaf with the early game oracles too here in the triangle bush. It's a battle over this ward. Blitzcrank says, hell no, Patootie, you aren't taking my ward. Another battle in the triangle bush. TF, Telly's in with that ultimate. Can they chase? Now, it looks like LegenDairy's chasing down, and look at this. Can they get any kills right now? Doing such a good job of escaping. Ari coming from behind. Here's the cleanup crew. Now Reboot's turning this thing around. Graves getting the kill there on TF. Now Corki getting focused down. 3 kills already. Oh no, this is disgusting. Nocturne gets taken out as well. Double kill from Graves. A disgusting turnaround situation. Essentially,
4 down.
I didn't even know it. I got tricked, my friend. That Tarek and Dumo and Patootie were baiting so that Ari and the rest of the team could come in and pick up the remainder of those kills. It was like they had complete control over that situation, and LegenDairy didn't even know it.
It was Graves and Ari. Graves is 150 farm. He's got a BF sword. He's 3-0-2, and he's got a level advantage. He's level 10. He turned around and ulted into that whole group. He ulted all 4 people. Okay, that's while they were chasing them. Okay, that's the damage they took while chasing. They way overcommitted to that dive. I completely understand. It's a completely understandable mistake that is made all the time, even by good players. They looked like they had an easy kill on Olaf. It really did, but they did not get it. Olaf has a slow in a line. He's able to slow the whole team, excuse me, with that undertow while Graves picked up all that damage. Then Ari came in for the gank. Once that happened, they were screwed because they were scattering to the wind. Graves turned it around, and that was it. They overcommitted. Bottom line, they overcommitted. It's a common mistake. You don't have to feel bad. We all do it. It's so exciting. You get that tunnel vision. Gotta kill Patootie. Gotta kill Olaf, you know?
It's true.
That's what happened.
I thought they had the opportunity there. I thought that they were going to get it, so I was with them.
If any team could take advantage of that mistake, it's Reboot. That's what top teams do. Top teams don't just make kind of like amazing plays. You know, we see them in those top 5 replays kind of videos. We see stuff in tournament highlights where like, what an amazing play, that Corki, that positioning. But what teams really do is they take advantage of mistakes. They see a mistake and they don't let them just make a mistake. They make them pay for it. They made them pay for that mistake. All 4 of those players bunched up in that jungle, overcommitting, that was it. They were done.
Here comes Nocturne getting spotted here in the triangle bush, though. Not going to be able to gank this bottom lane effectively, or not going to be able to gank it by surprise. Olaf knows that Nocturne's there as well, and Olaf seems to be biding his time in this counter jungle here. Let's see what Patootie decides to do.
Olaf, by the way, still has his oracles. Blitzcrank gave it up. He wasn't focused down as I was predicting, but he still had to give up his oracles because of the lost team fight, which is too bad. And a missed
pull there on Tarek. A missed pull on Tarek, trying to pull him into the tower. Oh no, now we have 4 members of Reboot Gaming down here in the bottom lane, all the while Nidalee up top pushing. So let's see what the strategy is here. Are they going to try to occupy LegenDairy while this Nidalee knocks down the top lane? No. Looks like Riven's heading up there to stop this push.
Yeah, Riven's going up there. I'm not sure what Reboot is doing. I think they're just going to go back and farm. It looks like because we actually saw LegenDairy kind of overcommit to defending bottom. I think that they anticipated a little bit more of a... Anyway, here's that mobility. Look at that dive in. Holy smokes. Yeah, that was a huge dive in from Nocturne and Twisted Fate simultaneously. Corki going over the wall to pick up the kill on Graves.
Oh no, but the cleanup crew is here. Here's Olaf and Ari on a disgusting cleanup. Ari getting 2 kills already, 1 on TF, 1 on Blitzcrank. Now Corki is vulnerable. Oh my goodness, every one of those situations.
Yeah,
Ari is there to come back and save the day and to clean things up.
Ari and Patootie came back to save the day once again. And also, Nidalee has joined them. She's come over from the mid-top tower, from top lane already for the next dragon. That's going to be 2 dragons to 0 for Reboot, and they pull ahead by 8k gold, and the game is essentially theirs at this point. It's not quite a 20-minute surrender level, but it's a pretty huge difference. Although their Corki is keeping up very admirably with 131 farm, a farm score that anybody could be proud of at 19 minutes, especially when you're down, and also having a kill and 2 assists. Those 2 assists, or the kill, I believe it was 1 kill, 1 assist he got in that last attempt there. But keeping up admirably, but Graves is so far ahead, 176 farm at 1920. Pneumatic can go higher. He actually can go higher, but he's been farming champions. That's why he's 3-1-3. So he doesn't need a CS. We're not quite at a level where we have as many kills as we do minutes, although we did see that in a few previous games in the last tournament. But we are still seeing a very high ratio of kills from Reboot Gaming for a high-level game. That's actually really impressive. And the people who have the kills is what's really important. The Patootie getting the kills on Olaf is not necessary. He's going to go for a tank build. We predicted this game. He is going for...
that was a blue steal there. That was a blue steal by Nidalee, by the way. Picking that up, camera grabbing that blue. And no, it's cool. I caught it. But
we're gonna watch that. We're gonna watch that on the recording. Nocturne was fighting this blue. Here comes TF. What? No, the spear steal from like across the map. What the hell was that? Oh my god.
Oh no, in the live action here, Graves just killed Corky, and now Blitzcrank's forced to pull back to the tower. The Ignite did not finish off Graves, as Graves was getting Tarek healed across the tree line here. And Tarek, this is what I'm talking about. Once you get to mid-game, Tarek can be very, very effective. There's the dazzle on Nocturne. Nocturne way out of position. LegenDairy getting killed again. Nocturne's down. Now it's time for TF and Blitzcrank to pull back. Now Reboot is just dominating even more. And look at that Olaf giving some smacks on that middle tower as well.
It did. Unfortunately, my recording has missed out on the previous maneuver, because part of it anyway, because it took quite a while to jump back up to live. TF, I don't know what TF is doing with his positioning. Do you think he's going to save this tower? It looks like he's just going to give up a free kill. I'm not sure what he's doing there.
LegenDairy's losing it right now. They're losing the team coordination.
Nice pull.
Yep, and Pneumatic's going to survive, though. It's Graves. Look at Graves just taking tower hits like a boss. He doesn't care.
He's been in combat so long, he's got lots and lots of stacks. He's actually got 10 full stacks of true grit. So he was able to take those hits really effectively. Even the combination of the magic damage from the ult from Blitzcrank and the physical damage from the tower and Blitzcrank's other hits was not enough. It just wasn't enough. He was able to stay alive forever, and Blitzcrank couldn't commit to the kill because he was going to die. I mean, there was way too many people there.
Oh, yeah, that was a good decision not to move in. I mean,
yeah, that was a big mistake by Twisted Fate with his positioning. I'm not sure why he was there. He may have had a chance to escape. He may have a chance to even bait them in the tower, and maybe another Blitzcrank pull with both of them alive. They could have got that Graves kill. But no, TF kind of gave up that death. And do we have a lull in the action? What do you think?
I think we do, a little bit, at least in the meantime.
Well, Nocturne may actually be coming in. Ari canceled the recall. Is she going to run into... Oh, my God. Poor TF wandered in that ward. TF. I am so sorry, Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate just wandered right into that ward and died. Instant burst.
Great commentary there, but no, you're absolutely right. That's how it went down, my friends. Ari could have done that to Nocturne as well if Nocturne had just slipped out of that bush. Luckily, Nocturne did not.
That sucks.
Oh boy.
That sucks. That's that great offensive ward. If you look at the vision, great commentary, right? If you look at the vision, oh man, it's just no contest. Zero death, or Patootie. Well, Patootie did give up a death. That he's rebought his Oracle. So,
there he is clearing out wards.
No, Patootie died in the beginning, so no, he has not lost his Oracle yet. Excuse me, sorry. Confused myself for a minute. So he's kept this Oracle forever, so he can clear out wards like a madman, like you said. And that means that the vision for our team of mobility, unfortunately, is very restricted. So they're not able to do that much. But meanwhile, Reboot has great vision. Anyway, down bottom.
Shielding just in time was Nocturne, but it was unable to save him. He was able to prevent the dazzle, but it doesn't matter. Graves is such a beast right now. Pneumatic is going to town with the triple kill right on the tower. I think this might lead to the FTW push, as Nidalee is continually applying pressure to the bottom lane. There's basically nothing that this freaking Riven can do about it. Ari's pushing up the mid. All three lanes are just getting dominated.
There's the surrender. 23-minute surrender. They almost killed TF in time, but not quite. GG too good. Freaking Graves, man. He hasn't even reached his top point, honestly. He hasn't reached his full potential. If this game had gone on, you wouldn't believe some of the stuff Graves would do to the enemy team. 220 and 28 farm at 23 minutes. Great creep score. Awesome creep score.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Eye Edge and Phantom Dancer. 9, 1, and 3. 9, 1, and 3. Okay? Just let that sink in. Level 14, he's out-leveled both solo lanes for the enemy team.
Let's just let that sink in just a little bit here.
Just let that sink in. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Ari's no slouch either with 182 farm, 4-0-4. I mean, these guys murder everyone. That's what we said. Iranium is definitely on the level of Reboot. He's not some random jackass that they invited to their team as a sub. He's a legit sub. He's completely on their level, and so far we have not seen any kind of mistakes out of them to indicate that they don't have the kind of cohesion they need. They're good old Reboot Gaming. They're on top of the world right now, and it's going to be really tough to unseat them in this tournament. Now, LegenDairy has another try. They can come back. They held on for a long time, and they actually was very impressive. Like, if I had been in this game, I would have just gone AFK at 5 minutes because I would have given up 6 kills by then. But they held it together for a long time, and the game kind of collapsed at a certain point. That Graves farm was insurmountable, but they held on for quite a while. So I was actually very impressed by how LegenDairy did. Let's go on to next game. I don't have anything else to say for this one though. Awall, how'd you like this game?
I liked it. I think LegenDairy does have a chance to win Game 2 here. They were very impressive in the beginning. I just felt like the team coordination fell apart a little bit late game, and once that Blitzcrank lost the Oracles, Olaf was able to start clearing the map with wards. It is critical with that particular team comp that they have the wards, they know the positioning, and Olaf Patootie was doing just such a good job of making sure that that one advantage that they had wasn't there. So we broadcasted this live using XSplit Broadcaster. Guys, link in the video description below. If you guys want to get the software for free or for a discount, we're going into Game 2 here, baby. Let's see if Reboot can hold on and move on to the semifinals.
I think they will, but we shall see. LegenDairy, if anybody can beat them, LegenDairy can. It's a close game, man, for a long time. Very close. So let's move on to Game 2. See you there, Awall.
Yes, indeed.